Welcome, friends, to our Passport to Lent, week 4. Jesus was a teacher. I'm so glad that you're here with us today. And Lena, my friend, is here with us today, too. And we're going to talk about school. That's right. We're going to talk about teaching because Jesus was a teacher. And he spent 3 years walking all over Israel to tell people about God and to teach people how to love. Do you go to school? Is it at a preschool? Or is it at a daycare? Or do you have school at home? I hope that you have a good time at school. Lena, did you go to preschool?
Yes, I did.
You did. Lena, can you tell me anything that you remember from preschool? Anything that was fun?
Well, I know that we would get nap time and we get to have the teachers read us books. It was very fun.
Having books read to you is so awesome. I love when books are read to me. And you and then you got to nap. And did you remember learning anything?
Yeah, we actually learned the ABCs forwards and backwards.
Oh my goodness, forwards and backwards. That's crazy. Did you learn it in a song?
I don't think so. I think we just went forward and then back.
That is so amazing. And what's so amazing about that too is that it's kind of like what we're going to talk about with how Jesus learned to write. You know, when Jesus was a boy, he was taught by his father how to be a carpenter. And every boy was taught by their father some sort of trade. But when they got older, at age 6, they would go to their church, which was called a synagogue. It's like a church. It's not a church, but it's like a church. They would go to the synagogue. And they would learn how to read and write in Hebrew. So if you look in your packet, you can see these funny letters. Have you ever seen letters like this, Lena?
I don't think so, actually.
So this is their alphabet.
Wow.
Now what's amazing is they read not this way to this way, but kind of like you doing the ABCs backwards. That's how they read, is that they read from right to left like this. And they also read with scrolls. They didn't have books back then. They had long pieces of paper that were scrolls. In your packet, you will have something like this. There should be one for each child in your house. Now this is just a plain paper, but we're going to make it into a scroll. And you can make any paper into a scroll, which is pretty cool. All right, so what we're going to do is that we're just going to roll it up. Roll it up. And you may need your mom and dad to help you to roll up your scroll. See, they didn't want the paper to break, so what they would do is roll it up into a nice little scroll and they could put it away. All right, now we can roll from one side, roll halfway, and then roll from the other side. Parents, we're going to need your help on this one for our preschoolers. And there you have a scroll, just like Jesus would have used in his school. Pretty cool. Here's an example of a scroll with Hebrew on it. You see how long it is?
It's very long.
Right? It's much longer than you would think, much longer than our scroll. They had a lot of information on their scrolls. And that information was all about God and special things about God. Lena, what do you learn about in school?
Well, I usually learn about math and reading, things like that.
That's right. In Jesus' time, they really didn't do too much with math. They did more about talking about God. And in the scrolls, they would read things about God, things that were true about God. And your scroll, if you open it up, has something true about God that's just for you. Now, some of you might be able to read, but some of you may not. Lena, is this written correctly?
No, not really.
No, it's not written correctly because it doesn't make any sense when you look at it from left to right. But because it is written like Jesus would have written things, which is from right to left. Now, take your scroll and bring it to a mirror and hold it in front of the mirror. I'll hold this mirror and you tell me what it says, Lena.
It says, God loves you.
So take either an older sister or brother or your mom or dad to a mirror and they can read it for you. This is a truth about God. And now you have a scroll just like Jesus had that tells you something true about God. Jesus went and taught people all over. But they didn't have schools like we do. Instead, Jesus taught from a mountaintop. He even taught one time from a boat.
Wow.
He stood in a boat and you see all the people?
Yep.
So that way they could all crowd in and listen, but then he could be far enough away so he could talk to more people. And right here is the Sea of Galilee, and it's so beautiful there, very green. And Jesus taught a really important lesson right from this hill. It's called the Beatitudes. And here are some of the things that he taught. He said, "Blessed are the poor, blessed are those who are sad, blessed are the meek, blessed are those who hunger for what is right, the pure in heart, the peacemakers, and those who are picked on or the persecuted, and also those who show mercy." Lena, can you read the other things that Jesus taught?
It says, Jesus taught many things. Here are some of his teachings called the Beatitudes.
Beatitudes, that's right,
He also taught us how to pray, how to give, how to love God and love our neighbors, how to be faithful to God.
So Jesus went around and told everyone about how to love God and to pray and to really understand what we were called to do as we follow God. So I hope you have fun today. I challenge you to, on your scroll, to draw a picture about God. Maybe you'll draw a picture about Jesus, or maybe you'll draw a picture of a boat where Jesus taught people. It's all up to you. But I would love if you sent me a picture, if your mom sent me a picture of the true thing about God that you colored on your scroll. Thank you for being here with us today. See you next week.
Bye.